chosen one. I am speaking to you at this very moment. A door to abundance, restoration, and peace is being prepared to open. But what matters most is not a countdown of a few seconds. What matters is whether you are willing to pause and recognize your own worth. My beloved child, do not hurry away when your heart has just been touched by a hope you thought you no longer had the strength to hold. I know the days behind you have not been easy. I know there were nights when you lay silently in the darkness, unwilling to trouble anyone, quietly wondering when life would finally become gentler, when financial burdens would stop filling you with anxiety, and when you would see a sign that your efforts had not been meaningless. The tears you concealed were never forgotten, and the prayers you could barely whisper in your exhaustion did not disappear into the empty air. I heard them, not with the ears of the world, but with the understanding of the one who has always remained close to you in your most vulnerable moments. As you read these words, you may feel an unfamiliar stirring within your chest, as though something is gently awakening the hope that has long been asleep. Do not fear that feeling, and do not rush to turn it into a promise that must unfold exactly as you imagine. It may simply be a reminder that you are still capable of beginning again, that you still carry enough light to step beyond old patterns, and that you still have the right to believe tomorrow does not have to repeat yesterday's lack. Heaven does not lead you through panic. It does not force you to believe because of a brief deadline, nor does it take away a blessing because you were a moment too slow. What comes from genuine love always brings peace, clarity, and the strength to choose through mature faith, rather than through fear that you are about to miss something. I have watched you continue walking, while many people remained unaware of how much disappointment you had to overcome. You kept doing what needed to be done, even when you sometimes felt empty inside. You still tried to preserve your kindness, even when life did not treat you as you had hoped. That perseverance is shaping you into someone mature enough to receive something greater. Prosperity is not merely an unexpected number appearing before you. It is also the ability to manage what you possess. Recognize the right opportunity. Release decisions that drain you, and courageously walk through doors that once frightened you. I want you to understand that lasting breakthrough is built through both grace and responsibility. When you appreciate small things, bring order to your life, learn what is necessary, and keep your heart upright, you are laying a foundation upon which goodness can remain for a long time. There was a door that remained locked, not because you were unworthy, but because you needed time to become steadier before walking through it. At times, delay protected you from opportunities that appeared brilliant, but would have drawn you away from peace. Sometimes a plan collapsed so that a more suitable direction could emerge. Sometimes someone left your life so that you would stop placing your future in the hands of a person who did not know how to value it. Now, I want you to look at your financial limitations with new eyes. Do not call yourself a failure simply because you are passing through a difficult season. Do not treat your present circumstances as the final verdict over your life. Circumstances can change when your thinking, discipline, wisdom, and connections with the right people begin to shift together. A valuable opportunity may come through a job, an idea, a supportive person, a courageous decision, or a door you once overlooked because you believed you were not capable enough. I do not want you to chase every promise of money simply because you are weary. What truly belongs to you will never require you to surrender your clarity, dignity, or peace. Examine every opportunity with discernment. Look for transparency, honesty, and long-term consequences. Do not give your money, personal information, or trust to anyone merely because they claim you are about to receive a large amount. A blessing does not need deception in order to reach you. True abundance does not enter through pressure, threats, or words that drive you into panic. I protect you not only by opening doors, but also by closing paths that could lead you into loss. Therefore, when something troubles your spirit, slow down, pray, investigate, and seek the counsel of trustworthy people before making a decision. Yet, do not allow caution to become such deep fear that you refuse to move at all. The time has come for you to stop seeing yourself as someone who must always stand outside of good things. You can learn a new skill, send a proposal, complete a plan, reorganize your expenses, seek a better job, or begin building what you have postponed for far too long. I will not do the part that belongs to you, but I will give you the calmness to see your next step clearly. When you act with honesty and perseverance, roads that once seemed closed may gradually reveal an opening. A miracle sometimes arrives quietly, without thunder, through a timely phone call, a clear idea, a meeting that appears accidental, or one small decision that changes the direction of your entire journey. You were chosen not so that you could boast of being more special than others, but so that you could become someone who uses abundance with compassion. If one day you receive more than you have ever possessed, remember the months when you had to consider every small expense. Let that memory make you compassionate rather than bitter. The most beautiful form of wealth is having enough to care for yourself, support your family, create value, and lift those who need a helping hand. I do not want money to become a throne that rules your heart. I want it to become a tool in your hands, managed through wisdom, gratitude, and a good purpose. When you understand this, you will no longer ask only how much you have received. You will also ask what kind of light what you have been given can create. If you wish to write the words, "I receive," write them as an affirmation to yourself that you are ready to welcome healing, opportunity, and new responsibility, not as a transaction through which you attempt to purchase a blessing. No comment has the power to determine your worth or your future. Your faith is revealed through the way you live, the way you rise again, the way you preserve your integrity, and the way you act when the door opens. You do not need to panic that a sacred opportunity will vanish like mist, simply because you did not respond within a few seconds. What is truly meant for you will arrive at the proper time, and you will recognize it through a deep peace rather than through pressure. Therefore, breathe slowly, my beloved child. Place your hand upon your chest and remember that you have survived many doses. You once thought you could never survive. You are no longer the person who spent years waiting helplessly. You are learning to cooperate with grace through preparation, courage, and wise choices. I, Michael, am reminding you that darkness has no authority to write the ending of your journey. Today's limitations are not a prophecy concerning tomorrow. Open your heart to goodness, but keep your mind awake. Believe in restoration, but do not surrender your power to dishonest promises. Walk forward in hope while diligently building a foundation for what you have prayed to receive. A new season may be drawing near, and when it arrives, you will not receive it in panic, but in the peace of one who has been trained to preserve what is precious when it is placed into your hands. My beloved child, Those who secretly wounded you are being brought into the light. Not only so that your honor may be restored, but also so that others may understand that no one can sow injustice against someone I protect and forever walk away as though nothing ever happened. The truth being revealed in this season is not an act of petty revenge, nor is it intended to place you above anyone else. It is a warning to those who disregarded sacred boundaries, mistook my kindness for weak silence, and assumed that what they did in darkness would never be seen. I witnessed every moment when you were misunderstood, every time your name was distorted, and every occasion when you had to remain silent while others freely told false stories about you. I know there were nights when you wondered why deception was so easily believed, while the truth was forced to wait outside the door. But, child, that waiting did not mean I had abandoned you. It was the time during which I was arranging everything, so that, when the light appeared, no darkness would still possess the strength to conceal what had happened. There are three kinds of people who often enter your life appearing harmless. The first kind uses words to stain your reputation. They do not need to carry a weapon because their tongue has already become an instrument of harm. They plant a half-truth, add their own interpretation, and then hand that story to people who have never truly known you. They smile when they meet you, yet behind your back, they create another version of you to serve their own interests. The second kind approaches you with false friendliness, receives your trust, time, effort, and the precious things you have shared, and then secretly uses those very things for personal advantage. They call exploitation an opportunity, call betrayal a necessary choice, and call your goodness naivete. The third kind observes you for a long time, sees the favor upon your life, but instead of rejoicing, attempts to pull you down so they can feel higher. They cannot endure seeing you remain standing after everything you have endured. Because your perseverance reminds them that light does not need darkness permission to shine. I allow these three kinds of people to be revealed, not so that you will become bitter, but so that you will stop placing the keys to your heart into hands that do not know how to value them. Understand this deeply. I am not calling you to become someone who hunts for the faults of others. You do not need to monitor their every action, nor do you need to exhaust yourself proving that they were wrong. Your work is to keep your heart upright. My work is to bring the truth to the right place, at the right time, in a way no one can stop. There were matters you wanted resolved immediately, but if I had exposed them too soon, people would have dismissed them as misunderstandings. If I had stopped them at the very beginning, you might never have discovered who genuinely cared for you and who remained beside you only for personal benefit. Therefore, I allowed time to fulfill its purpose. I allowed their words to contradict one another. I allowed their masks to become so heavy that they could no longer continue wearing them. I allowed those who once believed them to begin noticing the empty spaces in their stories. My justice is not hurried, but it is never late. It does not operate according to human impatience, but according to a higher order in which every piece of evidence is placed where it belongs and every motive is brought into the light. During the days when you believed no one stood with you, I recorded everything. I saw the promises that were broken, the loyalty that was exploited, and the tears you wiped away before stepping outside with a calm smile. I know every time you wanted to speak, but chose silence, because you did not want to cause further pain. I know you repeatedly examined yourself and even accepted responsibility that did not belong to you, simply because you wanted everything to remain peaceful. But true peace is not built upon your continual sacrifice of dignity so that others do not feel uncomfortable. I am teaching you that compassion does not mean allowing injustice to keep crossing your boundaries. Forgiveness does not mean reopening the door so that the same wound may return. Love does not require you to stand still while others take away what I have entrusted you to protect. From now on, let your kindness walk together with discernment. Know when to open your arms, when to step back, and when to close a door in peace. When the truth begins to appear, do not hurry to rejoice over anyone's downfall. I do not want you to make another person's pain the reward for what you have suffered. What I desire to see in you is maturity, not satisfaction over their humiliation. Those people may lose trust, a position, a relationship, or an opportunity they once possessed. They may be required to face the consequences of their own choices, but you do not need to remain nearby in order to witness everything. Let me handle the parts that do not belong to your responsibility. When your name is cleared, keep your voice gentle. When others realize they judged you wrongly, do not humiliate them. When a new door opens, do not return to the old room merely to prove that you have won. True victory is not found in watching someone else fall. It is found in refusing to become like those who once wounded you. I also want you to know that this exposure carries a meaning greater than your personal story. There are people watching the way you walk through this season of testing. They have seen you falsely accused, yet you did not use false accusation as an excuse to do wrong. They saw you suffer loss, but you did not allow loss to turn your heart into a cold place. They saw you betrayed, yet you continued to live sincerely. The way you preserved yourself became a testimony more powerful than any argument. When the truth concerning those people is revealed, others will learn that goodness is not weakness, silence is not guilt, and a person who walks uprightly does not need to scream in order to be protected. I am using your story to teach others to respect what is sacred, to think carefully before using words to destroy another person's honor, and to understand that every action carries within it the seed of a corresponding result. Therefore, do not be afraid when hidden things begin to move. Some relationships may change. Some people may leave because they can no longer maintain the old image they presented before you. Some truths may grieve you because you genuinely loved and trusted them. I will not condemn you for feeling pain. I only remind you not to turn that pain into chains. Weep when you need to, but then rise again. Accept that not everyone who enters your life is meant to walk with you until the end of the journey. Some come so that you may learn compassion. Some come so that you may learn to establish boundaries. Some come so that you may recognize your own worth. Others come only so that their masks may be revealed when they stand before the light within you. My beloved child, this is not the season for you to demand every explanation. It is the season for you to move forward with clean hands and a heart no longer controlled by the past. I am restoring what was taken from you in ways that exceed your calculations. I may not return the exact person, position, or opportunity you lost, but I will give you something better, more enduring, and more fitting for the person you are becoming. Trust that no betrayal can cancel the calling upon your life. No slander is powerful enough to change what I know about you. No greedy hand can take away what I have truly appointed for you. What belongs to you will find its way back at the proper time, while what does not belong to you will be removed from your path so that you no longer waste your strength trying to preserve it. Now be at peace. Do not look around, trying to guess who is about to be exposed, because suspicion can also cloud your vision. Look instead at the way you live, the way you speak, and the way you treat those who have not yet understood you. Let truth perform its work, let time perform its work, and let me perform mine. You need only continue walking in kindness with boundaries, courage with humility, and faith that does not depend upon human praise. I saw everything. I have forgotten nothing, and I will not allow one sincere tear of yours to become meaningless. What is being brought into the light today is not intended to make you victorious over another person's failure. It is intended to release you from the old story, restore your voice, and lead you into a new chapter where you no longer have to live trying to prove your innocence. Let my peace cover you, because when I bring something into the light, no lie can cover it again. You are approaching a new beginning, and the first sign will not be a great noise, but an unexpected peace gently finding its way to you. In the middle of days when you once believed you would never feel calm again. You may not yet see that door with your eyes, but you have begun to sense it. Through the gentle warmth in your chest, through the quieting of thoughts that once exhausted you, and through the intuition that something significant is silently drawing near. I want you to understand that this feeling is not a passing coincidence. It is an announcement that an old season is closing and that a new era is ready to open before your steps. Do not turn away simply because everything is not yet clearly visible. Some blessings do not arrive with thunder. They come like the first light of morning slipping through the doorway, touching you before you realize the entire room has begun to shine. You were prepared through months of waiting, through every time you had to lift yourself up again, and through the nights when you possessed only enough strength to quietly hope that tomorrow would be different. Now, peace itself is arriving. First, to tell you that what you have prayed for is no longer far away. What is about to enter your life is not related only to the material lack you have endured. I know there were times when you grew tired of calculating every small expense, postponing necessary things, and remaining silent about your own needs because you did not want to become a burden to anyone. Yet, beneath your financial worries, you also carried a deeper longing. The desire to live without always being on guard, to awaken without immediately thinking about what might be lost, and to rest without feeling guilty. Therefore, the restoration coming to you will not merely fill the empty spaces around you. It will also restore order within your mind, teaching you how to breathe slowly, walk steadily, and believe that you are no longer being left behind. Money can open many doors, but it cannot create inner calm by itself. For this reason, the gift prepared for you will bring both sufficiency and peace, so that when you receive it, you will no longer live in fear that everything will disappear tomorrow. You will know how to preserve, use, and share what has been entrusted to you with a heart more mature than before. This reward does not come without reason, nor does it come because you have never made mistakes. It comes because you passed through many trials without allowing bitterness to become the final voice within you. You were misunderstood, yet you still chose not to wound others in the same way. You experienced loss, but you did not completely lose your compassion. You became so weary that you wanted to surrender. Yet at some point, you still decided to take one more step. I saw every one of those quiet choices. No one applauded when you struggled to survive a difficult day. No one knew how fiercely you fought to keep yourself from despair. But what human beings failed to recognize was never forgotten in the spiritual realm. The tears you wiped away in silence, the times you yielded even while hurting, and the moments when you continued to offer kindness while you yourself were in need, all became seeds that were carefully preserved. Their season is now drawing near. You no longer need to prove that you are worthy by continuing to suffer. The lesson has been completed, and the time has come for you to permit yourself to receive. At this very moment, I am nearer to you than you realize. In my hand is the symbol of a confirmation, prepared specifically for the journey you have traveled. Like a golden letter sealed with pure light, inside are not empty promises, but the assurance that the faith you guarded through dark days was not in vain. During the past season, you may have repeatedly wondered whether your prayers were being heard or whether delay meant rejection. I tell you that silence was not forgetfulness. Some things had to be arranged beyond your sight. Some doors had to open at the correct time, so that a blessing would not become a burden. Certain people had to be brought into the proper position before the answer could appear. This is why you may recently have sensed that the atmosphere around you feels different, as though everything is gently shifting, even though no obvious change has yet appeared. An adjustment has begun, and you are standing at the center of that transition. Therefore, pause for a moment, breathe deeply, and release from your shoulders the burden of needing to control everything. What is approaching is not merely a sudden stroke of luck. It is the restoration of things that were once displaced from their proper order. Some opportunities passed you by because the timing was not yet right. Some rights that should have belonged to you were delayed by circumstances, injustice, or the decisions of other people. Yet, what was taken does not mean it is lost forever. Restoration does not always return in the exact form it once had, because the new thing may be better than what you lost. A different job may bring the stability the former position could never provide. A new relationship may teach you the respect your past never offered. An idea that appears small may become a path forward for you and your family. I do not want you to stare only at the door that closed and pray for it to reopen. Open your heart to the possibility that a wider path may be appearing in a place you never considered. Your name is being placed beside a season of inheritance, but you must understand its deeper meaning. Inheritance is not limited to property or large numbers in a bank account. It is also the right to end cycles of lack that have continued across generations, the right to build a more ordered, healthy, and open life for those who come after you. Your family may have missed many opportunities because of fear, lack of guidance, or limitations, passed from one person to another. But you are not required to repeat that entire story. I am teaching you how to become one who opens the way, one who knows how to manage what has been entrusted, distinguish genuine needs from spending used to fill inner emptiness, and build a foundation instead of chasing appearances. True wealth does not make you arrogant or distant. It gives you the ability to care, protect, create opportunities, and live without being controlled by the fear of lack. When you are ready to receive with wisdom, what comes to you will not easily be swept away. The answer may reach you through an unexpected phone call, a message you assumed was merely a greeting, a recommendation, someone from your past returning with a new proposal, or an opportunity that initially appears smaller than what you expected. Do not dismiss any door simply because it does not appear glamorous. Great turning points often begin with an ordinary detail. I want you to remain alert and examine everything with discernment. But do not let doubt cause you to reject every possibility. Listen for the peace within you. What is right will not pressure you through fear, require you to surrender your dignity, or demand that you enter something unclear. It may require courage, but it will still carry clarity. Before the change becomes visible, you may encounter a repeated sign, a reminder of a new beginning, a name appearing again and again, an unexpected conversation touching the exact matter you have been considering, or a powerful inner prompting to complete something you have postponed. Pay attention, because your preparation in small matters may determine your readiness to receive something greater. Now do not become impatient, and do not fear that the door will close before you can walk through it. What is meant for you will not be stolen by someone else, simply because you need a moment to pray, reflect, and choose wisely. I ask only that you stop excluding yourself from blessing, through the belief that you are not good enough, that it is too late, or that good things are reserved for others. You have come farther than you realize. Change is drawing near, not to overwhelm you, but to lead you into a new rhythm of life in which you no longer have to struggle constantly merely to survive. Prepare your mind through gratitude, your hands through diligence, your words through hope, and your decisions through wisdom. I am with you in this transition. When the sign appears, you will recognize it, not because it is loud, but because the peace within you will respond to it. Remain steady in faith, my beloved child. The moment you have waited for is drawing near, and this time you will not enter it carrying the fear of the old days, but with the steadiness of one who has been trained to receive something new.